Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another edition of that podcast that's sweeping 12 people, PandaWatch. As always, I'm Steven Zebrak.
Gosh damn it. You already know. It's your boy, Kev Ma. What is good, people? So happy to be back with you guys. Again and again, Steven.
Again and again, yeah, man. I'm thrilled to be back. Apologize for last week. GW was in the NIT, so I had to go support them in the semifinal game.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. That was a big win for them.
Yeah, and they ended up winning the whole thing, so I'm very happy. Very happy about that.
Absolutely.
It was their first postseason tournament championship in men's basketball.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, baby.
Yep.
Championships to the championship.
Yeah, as your favorite rapper would say, started from the bottom.
He just dropped a new song with The Throne, as they're known, and it is not that good.
Okay.
And that is not me hating or anything like that. You listen to that song, it ain't the best thing out there. Jay-Z raps like 8 bars, if that.
Yeah.
It's almost like Jay-Z was like, all right, man, I'll do this one favor. Here's 6 words. That's enough.
So it's like a Rick Ross rap where he says the same 6
This
words.
is worse than a Rick Ross rap. This is why the hell was Jay-Z on the song? But enough about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
We just had one of the greatest college basketball tournaments in a while, from top to bottom, from beginning to end.
And yeah, that tournament was insane. That was one of the best ones I think I've ever seen.
I mean, Final Four games this weekend were a little lackluster. Syracuse got pounded by North Carolina, and I mean, the Buddy Hields, the Fighting Buddy Hields of Oklahoma. I mean, they were no match for the buzzsaw that was Villanova.
Villanova destroyed them. You and I watched the game together on Saturday. We got to hang out.
That was a good time hanging out. I mean,
yeah.
But who saw Villanova like just being that dominant? Their defense, man, was something else.
Yeah, I thought they might win that game. I just didn't realize it'd be that by that much. But that was ridiculous.
Villanova was the most efficient team in the whole NCAA this whole season.
Yeah, I'd have to say.
Offensively, that was.
Yeah. They got a lot of guys who can shoot.
Yeah. But championship Monday, Houston, Final Four. I mean, Houston, Monday night, the NRG Stadium Arena, whatever it's called.
Now, before we get into the actual game itself, how do you feel about these games being played in football stadiums?
Well, I mean, like anything, there's different perspectives and different layers. Me personally, as a fan, it's miserable because unless I got a lot of money, I'm in outer space looking down at ants play basketball. But you're in there so you can feel the energy. So I guess if you're an atmosphere person, you can do that. But if you want to see the game, you got to have Scrooge McDuck be your uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, but so here's the thing though, even watching it on TV, instead of seeing those seats in the first section go like kind of angle up, they're just angling like straight out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And it's a lot more wider than it is.
Now, don't you think it would be harder for some of those? I mean, obviously, a lot of those guys hit some really great shots last night, but wouldn't it be harder for a shooter in a football stadium?
I mean, playing in a football stadium is completely different than playing in an arena. You just have more space behind the backboard. But the NCAA, as we've talked about ad nauseam on this amazing podcast, PandaWatch, the NCAA doesn't care. It is a money-making thing. And so, like I was talking about it earlier, the atmosphere and the experience in the football stadium is pretty dope. I mean, you have 75,000 people in there watching you play basketball.
Yeah, that part I'll agree is cool, but I can't stand the other aspects of it. It just doesn't have the same, like, when you're watching on TV, it doesn't have the same, like, feel to it.
I mean, I think that they should go to arenas, but how are you going to pull that off when, like, you can see how much money you've squeezed out of 75,000 plus the people who don't go to the game?
Yeah, they're not going to go back. I'm just saying.
There's talks of it going back. I just don't know how you're going to pull that off.
Yeah, they'll think of something. If they have to, they'll put a break in between the two semifinal games, so you have to pay for both tickets.
Yeah,
but so we'll see what they'll think of something to get more money. You know them.
Can we talk about the game now?
Because yeah, we can talk about the game now.
I know you and a whole bunch of those North Carolina fans out there are a little bit, raw. A little bit.
Hold on, Kevin, man. Give him a spoiler alert or something.
Wait a minute. What day is it?
I'm kidding.
All right. Like, hey guys, this thing happened yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's still a sore subject. Shout out to my man Steve Spivak getting his PhD down at the University of African American Studies paper classes, aka University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill.
Steve, as you all know, so big ups to him.
Oh yeah, thanks for the intro music, brother.
Yeah,
but no, that was a fun game to watch. I mean, North Carolina, Villanova, two contrasting styles, with North Carolina having all the bigs, Villanova having all the guards. But I was rooting against North Carolina. However, North Carolina was the favorite and probably should have came away with that victory.
Yeah, I agree. I saw most of the game. Pretty much all of it.
You saw most of the game?
No, I mean, like, here and there you miss some stuff when something else catches your. I'm saying I saw 95% of the game.
Okay.
For those people, I saw North Carolina get called for a lot of ticky-tack fouls.
Okay.
A lot.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. The whole season, the point of emphasis from the referees, as mandated by whoever the powers may be, was freedom of movement, is what it's called, which is if you put two hands on a driving offensive player, we are calling the foul. Now, like anything, at the beginning of the year, they were calling it. During the middle of the year, they went away from it. It seems like these referees probably got another memo that said, hey, if they put two hands on them, call a foul. Every time you saw North Carolina try to guard somebody on the drive from Villanova, they put two hands on them to stop them. Then they showed their hands. By that time, the referee had already called a foul. Point of emphasis, man.
Yeah, I still don't agree with that I also saw Villanova get away with quite a few travels, but that's either here or there. I'm sure. That's just maybe that's me being. I mean, obviously I'm very biased, but I saw them get away with a lot of sliding on the court there. But
I don't know, man.
In the end, they certainly. They deserved it. Because they smothered the guards. Carolina couldn't get into the bigs, and
yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for your guards, if it wasn't for North Carolina's guards, Marcus Page and Joel Berry, you guys would get ran out of the gym. Your bigs is what hurt you.
Oh, right. I'm just saying they couldn't get into them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but when they got the ball, when you guys got the ball inside, none of your bigs could finish. I mean, Bryce Johnson had 6 shots.
Right.
And that's like, he's first team All-America. Isaiah Hicks, he's coming in to dunk everything, rebound everything. He couldn't make a layup. And then Kennedy Meeks, where were you at?
Yeah, the three of them didn't play that well. But the Barry played great, and Jackson hit a lot of big shots in the first half. So
Yeah.
that kept them in it. They were leading at half, but yeah.
It was up by 5 at the half, and then I mean they kind of went cold in the beginning of the second half, and Villanova was steady play with Ryan Archino, and Phil Booth, who
Yeah,
was
he
like
played great. He played
he
great.
was amazing.
Yeah.
20 points. He shot 86% from the field and 100% from the free throw line.
He hit a couple shots towards the end of the game where I mean I couldn't believe it. He hit some fadeaways that just were silly.
Yeah.
They were, I mean, these like final seconds of the shot clock. They're Villanova's up, 5-7, and Carolina's like, oh, we got to stop. Like this kid's fading away, shooting over Johnson or Jackson or Meeks, and he finds a way to get it in the basket, and nothing really you can do about that. But
I mean, that's just a big time shot, and those hurt because, like you said, you're making a run. We got to stop. You get them to the perfect defensive shot, fade away, and then nothing but net. Backbreaker.
yeah, let's talk about the ultimate backbreakers. First of all, the shot by
you have to go through the sequence though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm talking about the last two shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was setting that up. So
do a better job of it. All right.
I'm still hurt, so it's going to take me a little bit to.
I don't feel bad for you.
Carolina's down 3. Come down the court. Barry's trying to find Page. They got the big kid on him.
Daniel Chefu.
Chefu, yes. They got a big kid on Page, not on Barry. So Barry throws not the greatest pass, but he threw it to kind of where only Page could get it. Ochefu makes a big gamble, dives for the ball, misses. So that kind of gives Page a little freedom to move. As he's going into a shot to try to tie the game at 74, why can't I say that kid's name? Archidiano or Archie?
Ryan Archidiacono.
Archidiacono.
Yep.
Stepped in. So Page, I mean, you have to have seen the shot. In midair, kind of pumps or switches his
contorts,
switches his shot in midair. I'm sorry?
He does a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, exactly. He torques his body, adjusts his shot, gets it off as he's going to the ground, and hits the tying 3 with 4.7 seconds left.
Yeah, it was.
I was going nuts.
It was bonkers. I am on record of being in a text thread with some Gonzaga kids and some guys that coach high D1 or high D1 basketball, college and high school. And before that shot even went up, I said, this game has a feel of going to overtime. So when he rose up, when I saw Chefu go for the steal, I was like, well, he's wide open. He's definitely going to hit it. But then, like you said, Ryan came and contested, and it was like, well, he's still going to make this shot, but I don't know how he's going to make this because now he's got triple pump, a triple deke, like he's doing hockey out there, and hit the back.
Gordon Bombay
hit the back of the iron.
Charlie Conway. Yeah.
It was dope. Again, I hate North Carolina, but that was impressive. That was fun.
So here's the sad thing, though, is like I knew like with 4.7, and obviously this is easier said in action is done, but I was like, they're gonna find a way to fuck. Like there's 4.7 seconds left. They got to go to full court, but Carolina will let them do it. I mean, this is the same team that let Austin Rivers beat them. Like
that is true.
Like, yeah.
North Carolina, they say when you gotta make Roy coach, man, you're never in a good place.
Yeah, so they called the timeout. When Villanova called the timeout, you're like, he's obviously drawing up like some type of like double screen or something, like, because 4.7 seconds is enough for a kid to dribble up to the 3-point line of the other side of the court. Like, that's enough time for him to get it up there.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, Villanova had the absolute correct play called. He dribbled up. He gets the first screen around half court from Ochefu. Goes towards the opposite end of the 3-point line and kind of flips it to Chris Jenkins, who's sitting around. Well, you got to say he's like NBA depth, maybe a little further.
Oh, he shot that one
further.
He shot that one from deep.
Yeah, he shot that from at least like probably 2 to 3 feet beyond NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, it looked a lot further. And it was just drawn up perfectly. And as soon as he let it go, I was like, fuck. Because like he just had too good of a look, and that kid had been hitting shots all tournament.
Yeah,
and
I mean, that's pretty much all you could say. Because like he said in his post-game interview, when I want to step, I'm letting it go. And I was like, all right, that is big time. And that shot, as we all know, if you don't know, sorry, spoiler alert, it was cash money.
Yeah, see, the thing with that is like a lot of these kids nowadays, if they're set, they can shoot it from anywhere.
Yeah.
It's where you have to like knock them off their spot or make them dribble to really get them to miss. And he was set as stone. Like he went into that shot like he was almost warming up for the game.
That was some good footwork right there. The scouts, they may not like his body type and all that stuff, but his skill set is really high. And I mean, that shot was pure.
No, that shot was great. I mean, so I'm just sitting there after it goes in. I'm not even mad. I'm just sitting there like,
wow,
what the fuck did I just see? Like, I just saw maybe the greatest game I'll ever watch.
That game was
live.
That game was highly competed or contested. Both teams left it all on the floor. There was times where either team could have let go of the rope, and they fought back. North Carolina in the second half, and Villanova at the end of the first half. Because you remember, you guys could have went up 9 on Justin Jackson's layup, and then Booth came down and made that jump shot, and that was to keep it at 5 there was kind of huge.
See, I thought Jackson might have gotten fouled on that block, but I mean, once again, I'm biased. So the whole game, they're calling Carolina for touch fouls. He's over his back to block that shot.
Stop putting 2 hands on him, man. And we've seen in the NBA and in college, if I jump straight up with my hands, it's not a foul. Not a foul.
I don't know. Either way, I mean, Villanova deserved to win that game. They dominated the second half because Carolina got him. I mean, Barry hit a big 3 to get him like within the thing they were down 6. He hits a big 3 and they get a couple missed,
That was a 3 before Page hit his.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and Carolina had to get lucky. Like they were down 4 or 5. Page missed an easy layup. Villanova gets the rebound, and Page is able to strip him right away and go back up with it.
Yeah, so that was the one you guys were down 3, and he tripped
we were down 3, and he missed it. I was like, shit, they're gonna go up 4 or 5, but he stripped it, got it back in, and that saved it just as much as his floating 3.
Yeah, kudos to him to have that scrap in him to go get that ball. And he was like, "Nuh-uh, not on my watch."
But yeah, it was a hell of a game. Like I said, I wasn't even mad after it. I was just like, shit, if you're going to get beat, that's not, I mean, it's heartbreaking, but it's not a bad way to get beat.
No, I mean,
you made that dude shoot a 28-foot shot. So.
Everybody involved with college basketball pretty much won last night. And I thought what was fitting was TBS, because it wasn't even on CBS. TBS had every angle locked down. And, of course, they show everybody's reaction. And you can watch Nate Britt, which, if you don't know, the backstory was he's the brother. I think we talked about it on the podcast 2 weeks ago. If not, Nate Britt is the legal brother of Chris Jenkins, the guy who hit the game-winning shot for Villanova. They obviously grew up together, and they went to the same high school for 3 years before Nate transferred. But you just watch Nate on the bench. He's watching the shot, and he's watching his brother trail the play. And in his head, you can just see him say, like, yo, y'all not close enough to him. If he catches it and shoots it, it's probably going to go in. And when it went in, his reaction was kind of like, damn. But I knew it. I knew he was going to hit it. And that was that. I mean, what kind of feeling is that, man? Are you like the biggest man right there in America at that time if everybody was watching it?
Yeah, that's gotta be a nice, like, I always go to the I'm getting laid. Like,
yeah, that's the easy thing. But I mean, I'm sure if he wanted to partake in that practice, he wouldn't have to worry about finding anybody.
Yeah. He's pretty much also the other thing is, I hope he goes to the NBA and, logs in some time, because I do like his game. He's he's very good shot, and he only had 14 points last night, but still, like, a good ball player. But even if he doesn't, like, he goes to a job interview, that's on his resume.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm hiring him.
Excuse me, you don't know who I am?
Yeah.
Just walks around with it on loop on his iPad.
Yeah.
Like,
he just brings it up as a Vine on his phone. Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. That's me. You might have heard about me. You need me on your team.
So, yeah, I mean, good for him. Good for Villanova. Jay Wright's a good coach. I've always liked him. Well, I mean, I've never hated him, which means I liked him. So,
and you know what the best part about this was?
The crying Jordan meme.
Crying Michael Jordan. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you knew that was coming, but it was, well played. They used some of the crying Jordan ones. They used really well. They put one on the Ramses.
Yes, I saw that
mascot.
That was good. I like that one a lot.
They put one on Roy Williams. That was good. Also, too, I want to say Jay Wright, when they showed his reaction, how cool do you have to be to not show any emotion after that shot goes in, to just go right to the handshake line? Either you are just, like, ice cold, or you are the most, like, thoughtful head coach ever, to be like, damn, that would suck if it was me. So let me go up and shake his hand.
Yeah.
Before I go running out of the court.
I thought he was just, like, in a state of shock because his team was just up like 10, and he's like, I've got 3 upperclassmen, my point guard who I trust, and now we're tied with the potential, like, well, fuck it, I guess we got to go to overtime. But then, again, Chris was like, jump on my back, people. I'll take us over the finish line.
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah. But yeah, Jay Wright, ice cold.
One last thing before we move on. What are your thoughts on all these reaction videos that you see pop up after these big things? Like, you always see, like, after the World Cup is where they started the big one in 2010, when Donovan hit that goal against Algeria to advance into the next round. You saw all these reaction videos. And my thought was, like, either A, you're DVRing it, you're rewinding it and showing off, or B, like, just enjoy the moment. Like, I guess some people just think, damn, I got to put this on my phone.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, I mean,
I'm not a fan of it because I want the energy of being in that moment. That's kind of like why you go to the game, and that's why you're watching the game. If you wanted to watch, you wanted everybody to see your reaction, go to a fucking bar and watch it.
Right, exactly. So, like, my thought is, like, if you're at the arena or stadium and it's like a good 25, 30 seconds after the shot, and you're like, damn, I want to get a video of them celebrating, or, like, all of us celebrating, that'd be one thing. But if your thing is like, damn, I'm going to try to catch someone's reaction to all this, that to me just seems a little fucked up. But I guess if you have no rooting interest in the game, then go for it.
No. Again, on PandaWatch, we want everybody to do whatever they want to do. But Steve is just like, yo, come on, man. Just enjoy the moment. You don't need to be seen.
I agree. But anyways, hell of a game.
And thank you, TBS, for keeping Luther Vandross's version of One Shining Moment. It was beautiful as always.
Speaking of One Shining Moment, another thing, they had the team streams last night.
They did.
C was North Carolina, and True TV was Villanova. And I was on Deadspin, and one guy commented to me like, "Man, I can't believe TNT showed a One Shining Moment that was like all North Carolina." And everyone's like, dude, I don't think you understand the concept of team stream. Like, obviously going to show all North Carolina. That's the North Carolina stream. He's like, no, but TNT is a nationally broadcast network. Like,
yeah,
dude, you did not get the memo.
You did not read anything that they were trying to do.
Yeah, that was like at the beginning of the game. They were like, hey, look, this is the national broadcast, but if you want to watch your own team stream, go here for Carolina, here for Villanova. But that was, yeah, I thought that was a cool idea. I mean, I'm always, even if it's my team, I'm always going to watch a national broadcast, but I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I'm definitely for the national broadcast because Bill Raftery is on it. And I mean, I don't want subjective. If I wanted that, I'd listen to it on the radio.
Right.
Just give me the announcement. Give me Jim Nance.
Speaking of very subjective announcers, baseball is back.
Look at that. What a segue.
Baseball is back.
And the PandaWatch Podcast is getting better and better on the programming, people.
The best Homer color guy in the business is FP Santangelo.
Oh my gosh.
That dude loves being a Nats Homer. I mean, whatever. It's great.
It's going to be so sad when you guys fire him and he goes to another team and he loves them so much.
Yeah, he is. It's fine. But I know baseball's back. Nats won yesterday.
What was the score?
Tight 10-inning game. 4-3 in 10 innings.
Whoa.
Yeah, they had to fight back. They a lot of dumb mistakes. They brought in a reliever, bottom of the 8th, Braves. It was tied 2-2. The guy, Sean Kelly for the Nationals, new guy, walks the guy in 4 pitches, 2 of them in the dirt, and walked in the go-ahead run. So they were about to lose their first game of this on a 4-pitch walk with the bases loaded. But they were able to scrap out a run in the top of the 9th. They got a little lucky. They had bases loaded with 1 out, medium, shallow fly ball to center. Worth decides to go for it, which is probably the right decision because, if there's no outs, maybe you don't risk it.
You got to force the throw, right?
You got to force it. 1 out, you got to force the throw. So, because you can't expect with 2 outs that the guy's going to get a hit or get a walk. You got to take your chance as it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Takes the chance. Good throw from center. It was on the money. Przinsky drops it though. It's a hop right into him. He should have had it and put the tag down on Worth. But I think as he was putting the tag down or in the slide at some point, ball comes way out. Worth scores. Tie ball game. Nats shut him down the 9th. Zimmerman gets on by a throwing error by the second baseman, Gordon. And newly acquired Nat, Dan Murphy, hits a double down the left field line, which is opposite field for him.
Dan Murphy used to play for the Mets?
The Mets, yep. He was the one last year went on that 6 home runs in 6 games. Yeah.
Nice.
During the postseason. So yeah, the Nats scooped him up.
Who says the learners don't want to spend any money, man?
Oh, they spend a lot of money. Nobody's said that for years. Ever since they signed Jason Worth, nobody's questioned them about spending money.
They just don't pay their coaches.
Yeah, I mean, but they pay the players.
Yeah. The managers are like, well, don't expect me to win if you ain't gonna pay me no damn money.
Well, I mean, they got old Dusty.
They got old Dusty.
The old Dusty Baker.
Old Dusty Baker. Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. Old Dusty Baker. It was his decision, or the pitching coach's decision, to put Kelly in the game. Kelly walked him on 4 pitches. If this was Matt Williams, we'd be calling for his head already after the first game.
No, not. I don't think you would after the first game. No, not like that. You would call for his head if he had done this repeatedly, and Matt Williams thought it would get a different result. You don't call for his head because it was the right move. You had the kid Rivero was a lefty. It was first and second, 2 outs. He was facing Freddie Freeman, and Freddie Freeman kills the Nats every time. He hits like 450 against them.
Is that Freddie Freeman used to play for the Braves?
Yeah, they were playing the Braves.
Oh, they're still playing the Braves? Oh, man. I haven't listened to the story at all.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So anyways, he pitches very carefully to Freeman, walks him. So you bring Sean Kelly in for the righty-on-righty matchup. Now, a lot of people would argue that you would just ignore the closer role and bring in Papelbon, your best reliever, to face this guy. But it's the 8th inning. You know, you only need 1 out. Maybe you don't want to bring in Papelbon. Whatever the reason. He brings in Sean Kelly. Not even close. First pitch in the dirt. Ramos is lucky to block it. The next 2 pitches, not even close.
Kid's just peeing on himself, man.
Yeah, and then the 4th pitch gets to the backstop, which doesn't matter anyways because it was a walk. So, walks in the run. He takes him out, brings in the old reliever, Oliver Perez, gets him out of the inning. And, they're lucky to escape with a win, but they got the win. Last year, they wouldn't get those wins. This year, they got it. So, maybe that's a sign of things to come.
You just talked about the Nats for about 6 minutes.
That was not 6 minutes.
And you didn't talk about the chosen one once.
Oh, because I was talking about the end of the game. I was so excited about that. Yeah, obviously Bryce dropped dong. He went deep his first at bat.
That's impressive. The kid is entertaining, and he wants to make the sport entertaining. But the old whites in the world are like, no, keep it boring.
Yeah. Did you see his hat?
Yes.
Make baseball fun again.
I think his hat was
great
dope.
Hat.
Dope as hell.
I'm seriously considering buying one.
I like it.
I don't know though. If I was younger.
If you could wear a hat too, you look like the dude in the Sandlot who had too long.
What are you talking about? I look great in hats.
Who had too long of a brim. That hat is so dope. If I could find that hat, I'd rock it.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah,
welcome back, baseball.
Welcome back, baseball. Murphy, welcome to the Nats. Home run. Game-winning double. So we're happy to have you. Just try to play better defense. But all right, moving on from baseball. We got interesting news in the basketball world.
Oh yeah, man! Come on, dude. This is all the talk. NBA talk.
Everyone knows Golden State is vying for 73 wins to beat the Bulls' record of 95-96. And someone ran into Scottie Pippen. Somebody asked him what he thought about it. And they said, if your Bulls go against these Warriors in a best of 7, who comes out on top? And he said, Bulls in 4. Bulls in 4. And then they got some more questions of, who would you guys guard? Like, how would you do it? He goes, I think I'd be on Curry. Mike would take Clay. He's like, we knew how to guard, so they wouldn't be able to just get open shots like that all the time. And
gotta love my man, the GOAT.
Yeah, Scotty. Scotty. Yeah. He said it to it, and he was backing it up with some talk too. It wasn't like he was just saying it just to say it. I'm not going to do things just to do things. But then, Mike and Mike, they asked Charles Barkley. I'm sorry?
What's that? It says it's just great that we'll always have this dynamic where
Right. There's
the
always
teams
going
can
to be
never
these
play,
questions.
right? Because they can't play because it's different generations. And so we're always going to be left to argue this. And all I would say about this is the Warriors get a lot of offensive rebounds. And that team that Scottie Pippen and them were talking about, they all could rebound the ball. Like every single one of them on the team rebounded.
Right. And that is exactly what Barkley said. Barkley was like, Rodman is not going to let them rebound on them like they do now.
So, like, as efficient as Golden State is, they're efficient when they get more possessions. So, I don't know if the Bulls were stopping them, but I know they were equally as efficient defensively that year.
Well, they had two of the best defensive perimeter players of all time in Pippen and Jordan.
Yeah, I mean that too, right? I mean,
yeah,
that would just be one of the many arguments, but yeah, I mean it's fun. I mean Steph Curry definitely would have hit some shots. I mean, who's reffing the game? You got 2016 referees or you got 1996 referees? Like they're going to beat them up.
Right. And so that was another argument Charles made. Charles is like, he's like, Michael, and with these rules where you can't touch him, he would go nuts. Like he would nobody would stop him. Like he would just, Charles was like, dude, he would just go to the lane every time and nobody would stop him. But then again, if you flip it, if you let the Bulls play the defense in the 90s, then Scotty and Michael are going to jam him up and they're not going to get by him.
No.
So,
I mean,
Charles
as great as Steph Curry is, like offensively and I guess defensively, which one of those guys is he guarding?
Right, because
Scottie Pippen's putting you right in the post. And Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan, and
he would put you in the post too, exactly.
Yeah. And then they got Kukoc coming off the bench.
Yeah, Charles thinks the Warriors would win one game in that series.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be dope. Give me Scottie Pippen, and you can have everybody else. We'll just throw Michael Jordan in there for fun.
You mean in the old Sega games, number 99?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was the only one who wouldn't give his player rights to the video games.
No, I'm Michael.
Yeah. Sticking with basketball, we got playoffs coming up soon.
Yeah, coming right down the stretch.
Wizards shat the bed this year. They're not getting in.
Wizards. I don't know if they've been officially eliminated, but
they're not getting in.
They're not going to make it.
If you can't beat the Timberwolves when you have to beat the Timberwolves, then you're not getting in. And I don't want to see a playoff series of you getting your ass beat 4 straight games.
I mean, they've got 5 games left. They're 3.5 out. So one more loss and it's But those Indiana Pacers are holding on for dear life over there.
What are they? Are they the? Because I know the Pistons and the Bulls are towards the bottom.
Yeah, they are half a game up.
Bottom of eligible teams. I don't mean the bottom of the standings.
Bottom of the eighth for the race for the 8th seed. Right. The Pacers are half game up in the 7th spot, and the Bulls are 2 games back of the Pistons with 4 to play for Detroit.
Oh, so the Pistons have the 8th spot.
The Pistons have the 8th spot as of what is today?
April 5th.
April 5th. And keeping with the theme of sports and basketball, the women's national championship was tonight. Steven, did you know that?
Yeah, I heard something about it, but there's that one team that always wins. So
UConn, the team that is so dominant that they are suppressing the game of women's sports, but we love winning in America. They won 82-51 in the national championship game.
Jesus.
And I think it was probably like one of those games that you were just on the edge of your seats the whole time. Kind of like the men's championship game. What do you think? 82-51, you think it was a close one?
I mean, the score, what do they always say? The score is not a reflective of how well the game was played.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
Like if a NFL team keeps it within like a touchdown and at the end like a garbage touchdown gets in, it looks worse than it is.
Or they've just been down 20 the whole time and they scored 2 late touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations to UConn and Gino Auriemma running that dictatorship he's got going on over there. That it's the evil empire, dude. They can't be stopped.
Yeah, they can't stop, won't stop. And then Breonna Stewart probably gonna win her 4th.
She's a beast.
Yeah,
she can play, and 4th MOP. Obviously, the number 1 draft pick in the WNBA draft, whenever that is, and
it comes up soon because their season starts right, and like
that's right.
Yeah,
it's almost like you go from the championship game right into the WNBA. It might be tomorrow. Yeah. The WNBA draft might be tomorrow. If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
Oh man, if that tree is Gio Auriemma, he's definitely making some sounds because he's pissed because he's like, man, people are saying it's boring. Well, that's not my fault, and he's right. I mean, he's not doing anything wrong,
but he's not growing the game either, dude.
Yeah,
man, you better start running some camps in California and Tennessee and different places where the game can grow, man. Like, we get it. All the girls who want to play for UConn, they're going to come. But why don't you teach other people to play basketball so we can get some competition?
Yeah, but there's got to be more than 12 good girls out there, right?
No, clearly they are. I mean, like, other teams made it to the Final Four. But they all have to play a team full of 12, and all of them get their asses kicked by 30 points.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the team to play them to within 5.
Yeah, wasn't their average margin of victory like 40 this year?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't watch one game.
It was something obscene.
But you ladies rock. Keep hooping. Keep hooping all damn day. Just stop beating everybody so bad. Or do what you want. I mean, win every game. But, like, if you want other people to watch it, do something to make it interesting.
I agree with that.
Bring the Rock and Jock 25-point shot in the play. And now you've got a fan, and it's your boy Kev Ma. I'll tell you that. I'll sign up for that.
So I think now's the time to segue into our first specialized segment.
Specialized
segment. Dumb dummies do dumb stuff.
Wait, I thought it was dummies doing dumb stuff.
Yeah, I added that. I added dumb dummies doing dumb stuff.
I like dumb dummies doing dumb stuff.
Yeah,
that is definitely our first personalized segment.
Yeah,
I like it. Dumb dummies doing dumb stuff. Who do you got? Like, who's going to be our inaugural topic?
Well, I'm glad you asked that because we got 2 of them.
We've got 2?
We've got 2.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to start with the first one because we're talking about basketball. We're going to go with
Panda people. I don't think you understand. Like, we are giving away 2 for the price of 1 right here. We've got 2 sets of dumb dummies doing dumb stuff. This is going to be good. Hit me, Steven. What we got?
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something, and I apologize for people who are, just get on with it. But I got another name for it that I think you might like better. Dumb dummies doing dumb deeds.
No.
Okay.
I like dumb dummies doing dumb stuff.
I was trying to keep it all D's, but
all D's.
Yeah.
In the Maldives with all D's.
All right. Well, anyways, the first one we got is we posted about this last week when we couldn't get a recording out.
Because we couldn't leave you guys without a dope rhyme.
Yeah, we shouldn't have left you.
Or that.
What?
Or that,
So D'Angelo Russell, have you ever heard, secretly recorded his teammate. D'Angelo Russell, rookie of the Los Angeles Lakers, recorded his teammate, Nick Young, aka Swaggy P,
aka Sleepy.
That's right. He recorded him talking about different girls he's cheated on his fiance with. Like, secretly recorded him. Like, they were all like hanging out. It looked like at somebody's house, like on couches. They were just all hanging out shooting shit. And D'Angelo was recording him as some sort of prank, as he later says. But the fun part about this is, if you don't know, Nick Young is engaged to Iggy Azalea. Now, for those of you who don't know, Iggy Azalea is killing the rap game. And when I say killing, I mean she's like destroying it, like as in making it worse.
As in pouring gasoline on everything that was built by people who worked hard and had like real talent.
Yeah, like Nicki Minaj is like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Like that kind of like.
Okay, yeah, and just burning everything.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. She is killing the game.
So anyway, that all gets out, and the Lakers, all of them, just start shunning D'Angelo Russell. And if anyone's watched The Wire, you guys all know that snitches get stitches. So they were doing a non-violent version of snitches get stitches, as in nobody's talking to your ass because you're leaking shit.
Which I felt was very, mature the way they handle it.
Yeah, they definitely could have done worse things than just not talk to him.
Yeah.
Because they could have all just shat on him to the media. They could have all just like during practice, like foul the shit out of him or like throw balls at his head when he wasn't looking.
Or pour shaving cream in his shoes,
yeah,
pee in his stuff, do a whole bunch of stuff because D'Angelo, man, what was wrong with you?
Yeah, I agree with that because as juvenile as a silent treatment can be sometimes, that's probably one of the better things they could have done to protest what he did.
Yep.
So shout out to grown men doing something right.
Yeah, and these dumb dummies doing dumb stuff. Swaggy P, we're not here to condemn or condone your actions, but Swaggy P, man, you don't have to answer every question that's asked to you, man.
Right.
I know.
You can say no comment.
Yeah, I know you didn't think that. For what reason would your friend just be taping you for no reason? But you got to remember that your friend is a 19-year-old kid who I guess is pulling a prank on you. And it just sucks, and it's fitting that it happens to Swaggy P because the world already has this this idea of who Swaggy P is, and then stuff like this happened to Swaggy P.
Right.
And it just leads people to be like, well, yep, I knew something like this would happen, and it doesn't shock me.
Yeah, the only thing D'Angelo Russell did right was he picked a pretty unsympathetic figure to prank. So it's not like a lot of people are going to rally to Swaggy P, but at the same time, you still shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. It's like, damn, Nick messed up, but like, you messed up too, like.
Yeah.
You fucked up, right?
It's the old bro code, the old, stuff like that.
Yeah. The old right to privacy type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The old dumb dummy doing dumb stuff. Stop doing it, you dumb dummy.
So
who do you got for the second installment of dumb dummies doing dumb stuff?
See, here's the thing. he's not so much. He's very dumb, but he's also a very dangerous dummy.
Yeah. So,
Greg Hardy. Sorry.
Disclaimer: Greg Hardy. We have nothing but respect for you, sir.
Yeah, whatever. He's a bitch who.
Hey. Again, Greg Hardy, as a PandaWatch duo, we ain't got nothing but respect for you, good sir.
He's not gonna come fight you.
You're not about to get me shot the fuck up. I got a bright future.
Nah, man, that's your former receiver, Harrison. He's the one who shoots people.
Hey, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Number 88 is great at catching footballs and nothing else.
I want the big 8-8.
The gun he was in was the slot position on the formation in the shotgun, catching deep passes.
Oh, anyways, Greg Hardy had a sit-down interview with Adam Schefter, and you have to imagine Adam Schefter has like 4 dudes there just ready in case he asks the wrong question. But he's there with Greg Hardy. He's like asking about that night, and Greg Hardy's like, "Nah, no, that's not that's not how it is. Like, I would never put my hands on the woman. I was raised, by the Bible, by a woman." Yeah, in the South.
Sorry,
like,
Jesus.
Damn, Greg Hardy. Like, Bible thumpers in the South. That's what you're going with for your defense. Like,
hey, obviously our PR person got to him. They're like, "Yeah, we're gonna make somebody the scapegoat. Who is it gonna be?"
Yeah,
Bible thumpers.
but the best part about the interview, like, first of all, him saying he never put his hands on a woman is laughable to begin with. But
to the point, one of his teammates called him out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so the funny part about it is at the end, Schefter was like, well, then how do you explain the pictures that were released of Nicole Holder? He goes, oh, defense lawyers, pictures, you can do anything with pictures.
Like, Greg Hardy, you're absolutely correct, man. You can.
I guess you're right, but
like in investigations, can you really do anything with pictures?
Yeah, it's not like they paid some kid from 7th grade computer class to be like, hey, Photoshop some of this shit.
You just get one of those free crack giveaway flyers.
Yeah.
Superimposed face. Like, that's Greg Hardy, but he didn't touch that lady.
Yeah. So dumb dummies doing dumb stuff. And it goes back to what you said about Swaggy P. You don't need to answer every question. Like that interview he did with Adam Schefter, that's not an NFL mandatory interview.
No.
That is you trying to do an interview. Just shut the fuck up.
And I guess
be happy. And be happy that you're not being charged or in jail.
Yeah. But some people can't leave well enough alone. But my question was, if that was kind of like a, all right, let me clear my name type of interview, the only formula that works in America is just saying, I was wrong, forgive me, let me start over. As opposed to Greg Hardy just being like, excuse me, the toughest guy out there and saying like, nah, I ain't really like that. Let me start off real defensive since everybody is already on my side already. I'm like, what, dude? You're trying to endear yourself to us. Nobody likes you except for us here at PandaWatch. Greg Hardy, you cool with me, my man? You cool with me?
I guess you're right because if he signs him, he'll have all the free time in the world to drive down and
exactly. And he gonna get to Arlington, Falls Church, Virginia before he gets to New York City.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this: if he stops by here,
south.
I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna be like, look, Steven's address is this. That motherfucker was not on your side. Hey, man, I'm on your team.
No, but
dumb dummies.
Dumb dummies. Just shut up, man. Just shut up.
Dumb dummies.
Yeah. Also, to your point, where like he could go the redemption route of admitting his mistakes, but he's already too far in. He can't admit them now because he's been denying them for years. He can't admit them now.
No, I'm not saying admit guilt. I'm saying, hey, let's leave the past in the past.
Right. Oh man. Well, speaking of the past, let's talk about the future. And the
Back to the
future,
future.
back to the future. The Wisconsin primaries were tonight,
Yes, they were.
and
The future of America.
the possible Zodiac killer Ted Cruz won Wisconsin, and feel the burn in your crotch won Wisconsin too.
Feel the burn in your crotchety old man, Bernie.
So yeah, I mean that's a huge win for Byrne. I mean
Absolutely.
he's still trying to get, like, Wisconsin's a big swing state.
Well,
And
a lot of delegates out there up for.
oh yeah, there's it's not over yet. It's not over. And you know, whether or not you agree with his policies or not, or agree with Hillary, he's fighting. That dude is fighting, and he is hanging tough.
He is embodying the American spirit that we all, I guess, know and love, but don't want to see. And hey, he's doing it by the rules. So she's got to dig deep because she's got a fight in her hands right now.
Yeah, see, the thing with Sanders and Clinton is they both have so much history in politics. Something each week is going to come up and bite them in the ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I barely remember what I said like 2 weeks ago, and they're talking about what these guys said 25 years ago. And like I get that, because you want to hold, they should be held to a higher standard. But at the same time, like, you can't be like, damn, that was 25 years ago. Can't I think of something else? Or can't I change my mind on something?
We're not allowed to change, though. It's like, yo, the country has changed like a lot over this time period. So why wouldn't humans change?
Well, that's what Kerry got hit with in 2004. He got called a flip flopper, and instead of just come out and being honest with the people, and Kerry saying like, look, man, I'm allowed to change my mind, right? Like, is that possible? He was just like, oh no, I always felt a certain way and had to vote a certain way. And what are you doing over there?
Oh, that's my water bottle, man. My fault.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could hear
it. Yeah.
Yeah. You were saying about Kerry?
Yeah. You just, but basically in America, only in politics are you not allowed to change your mind. But everything else, because you got to go the Trump route and be like, oh, no, I didn't mean when I said that. That's not what I said.
That's not what I said.
That's what you heard, and that's what's recorded, but that's not what I said.
Yeah, that's what's documented.
Yeah. When I said all women should be punished for getting abortions, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
I just meant the bad ones. Like,
and shout out to his PR lady that goes on CNN. She is a beast, dude. Yeah. She got a rebuttal for everything.
Yeah, they got her on SNL too.
He's got to be paying her Bitcoin because she is taking some bullets.
Plus, his campaign manager was charged with assaulting a female reporter. So he's got all that going for him.
So the Trump machine that was like the tank starting to take on some water.
Yeah, well, we'll see what will happen. Just like the Democratic race, that race is far from over. So, and Kasich is still hanging tough in there, although it's very unlikely he'll emerge from the three of them.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna leave when Donald has already asked him. It's like, hey, drop out.
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, kiss my ass, dude.
That's the best part of it. That's the best part of it. He's like, he's taking my votes. Like, that is like the ultimate child move. Like, dude, just come on, let it, like, if he wants to run, he can run. He can pay for it. He can run. Who cares?
Exactly. I mean, Donald, you would do the same thing. You are essentially going to end up doing the same thing.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's big news tonight. Cruz wins Wisconsin for the Republicans. Sanders wins for the Democrats. But by the time you guys listen to this and you follow remotely, you'll already know that.
Exactly. Also, some other world news. The Panama Papers.
Yeah.
People are stashing some coin abroad, baby.
Yeah, and here's like this is I don't know if I should get excited about this because right now they've talked about some people, throwing money over on offshore, and I don't know every country's laws, but right now it's not really clear if they've done anything illegal yet. People are definitely not saying, "Oh yeah, that's me," or like copping to it. But obviously the big name is Putin, who's throwing
Yeah.
a ton of money to the that because the Panama Papers is about a law firm based in Panama that runs a lot of like offshore accounts.
And the company's name is Mossack Fonseca,
Yep.
and we are accusing the clients of laundering money, dodging some sanctions, and evading tax.
Right.
Which
And so far there's been reports there's no expectation of American companies or names to be in that report, but it's still very young and there's a ton of documents to sift through. And they're saying this was leaked. They like someone just apparently just walked out with a flash drive of all this information and gave it to the Department of Justice or gave it to, a governing body. And now they're, starting to name names. They got the Iceland prime minister, and that country's not very big, and they're all pissed off. So change is going to happen real quick up there because he's already denying everything and running away from interviews.
But you gotta figure that it was essentially going to be that easy to get all this information out. You would think it wouldn't be, but like rich people have like a whole bunch of space and time, so this office probably was like uber nice that they just had so much time and space that somebody's like, you know what? I have access to all this stuff. Nobody's paying attention to me. And then he just thumb drived it up and was like, let's get famous.
Yeah, and it could be someone who got a lot of this stuff happens to like employees that get passed over or disrespected or passed over for a promotion or raise or anything. I mean that's how Watergate was really brought to light. The number 2 in the FBI was passed over for like a promotion after Hoover died, and he was like, well, guess what, Nixon, I'm going to take all of this information I have about you breaking into Watergate and give it to 2 Washington Post reporters. So suck on that. Like
people don't buy or do for logical reasons, man. Emotions. Right. And like you've seen and just talked about, emotions tend to dictate our actions sometimes. And that's what you get.
Well, there's that old saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. That should probably be changed to hell hath no fury like any pissy person scorned. Like they're gonna
motherfucker that's hungry. Yeah, but, exactly. I mean, like you were naming, this thing says the document showing 12 current or former heads of state and at least 60 people linked to current or former world leaders. Like, that's the world pretty much pivoting with these things. And it's no secret that the wealthy know how to avoid tax. That's how they become wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, just ask Mitt Romney.
Hi-yo.
That dude pays like 3% a year in taxes.
Exactly. So if we are serious about like paying down debt and stuff like that, we would look into laws like this. However, the wealthy have this much money and they're going to try to keep all of it. So get ready for a legal battle if you really want that money.
Yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens in the pretty much weeks and months to come. But
damn,
they'll have to prove well beyond a reasonable doubt that laws were broken because there's so many loopholes when you go overseas that.
Just give me 0.00001 of what's in there.
Yeah,
call it even.
What was that, like a little Office Space thing? Give me, yeah.
You get paid.
Panama
Papers.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it more as crazier things come out.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be some juicy stuff to come out here, man. A whole bunch of like stories about like nefarious activities. I can't wait. My favorite thing is to read like the local crime section in the Washington Post, and something tells me this one's got good stuff in
Yeah,
it.
this one might have legs.
Yeah, might have legs.
So
What else? Should we end on a positive?
yeah, let's end on a positive. We talked about a bunch of negative stuff towards the end there. So let's end on a positive.
Here we go. It's Masters Week, people.
Yes, sir.
You know it. Get excited, PandaWatch people. Masters Weekend, the first major of the golf season, and the major when you talk about the importance and the significance of all of them. Would you agree with that, Stephen?
Yeah, I would agree. There's a lot of people that would argue the U.S. Open, but to me, I've always favored the Masters as the most important.
I get it. I mean, we're American. I guess U.S. Open is the one, but I mean,
And there's all it's the great thing about the golf tournaments is U.S. Open, British Open, and Masters are all three that like each guy wants to win for their own separate reasons. But I think
the Masters one is the one that's most universal for the sport.
Yeah, I would say so. The Masters definitely gets the most attention. It's the first one. It's the one where Tiger just came onto the scene. It's the one with the iconic Nicklaus putts. Nicklaus won in '86 when he was like 40 years old, which was unheard of at the time.
Yeah, man, 46 years old. This is the 30th anniversary.
So, I mean, it's a great tournament, a lot of history, and the great thing about it, and why I think a lot of people value it more than the U.S. Open or the British Open, is it's at the same course every year. So, U.S. Open cycles through their courses. It's back at Oakmont this year, which it's been at a few times, and the British Open cycles through, I think, 4 or 5 different courses every year, or not every year. Sorry, every tournament, but the Masters is where it's at.
Masters, and there's a lot of good players in form this year, so it's going to be interesting. You got Jason Day, the #1 player in the world. Jordan Spieth, who was lights out last year, who won the Masters last year, set a course record for lowest score to par. Led wire to wire, which is the first time for somebody to do that in a long time. Got Rory, can't say Rory, looking to complete the career Grand Slam. He's won everything else except for Augusta.
Yep.
I mean, Adam Scott's in form. You got some players, man. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I agree. I might be going even to a Masters viewing party.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's just at a bar, but still.
What do you do at a Masters viewing party?
You drink and you wear golf stuff.
Okay. So, like, you just drink beer?
Yeah, do you want to come up and be my caddy?
What the hell? Racker? I don't want to be a damn caddy.
I couldn't resist. Sorry.
Damn it. You see, Panda people, we try to highlight racism, and meanwhile, we try to be as authentic as possible. And Steven still is holding the torch for the South and being as racist as he can be.
We didn't have a racist story this week, so.
You had to create one?
Yeah.
Look, man, I've been reading Malcolm X. It ain't working out for you whites in that one. Joking. Malcolm was nonviolent.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Masters weekend, it's going to be a good one. I know everybody loves it. It is arguably one of the best sports moments out there, even if you think golf is boring, which I know a lot of people do for no reason.
Of course, yeah.
But I love golf. You should love it too. Steven loves it.
Yeah, the majors are always great.
And if you want to see something spectacular on TV, get yourself an HD TV with HD cable and all that good stuff, and just watch like the presentation, like the colors of Augusta on CBS. It's like crazy. It's like Van Gogh drew something.
Yeah, the HD revolution did a lot for golf because watching it before on standard def was really tough. You couldn't really see anything. Couldn't really see how great the courses were. Like you couldn't see the ball flights. But now it's awesome.
Beautiful.
Like, yeah.
It is beautiful, people.
All right, Kev, do we have anything else for the people?
I got nothing, man. I just want y'all to just keep coming out, keep listening. We're having some good times out here trying to entertain y'all. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. We'll probably be getting some guests on here in the future. So stay tuned. But yeah, PandaWatch the podcast, man.
Yeah, and like we've said before, if you guys have suggestions, if you guys have topics you want us to cover, post them on Facebook or email us at thepandawatchpodcast@gmail.com. So we're open to suggestions. We're open to ideas for guests too. I mean, as long as we can get them and they're not Greg Hardy. But
hey, Greg Hardy, you can come on the show. Just don't shoot nobody.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, by all means, we love to hear from you guys. So tell us what you want us to do.
Take us out of here, Z.
All right, guys.
Where can they find us? Where can they find us?
They can find us on Facebook.
On these internets.
On the internets, on Facebook. Email us on Gmail at thepandawatchpodcast@gmail.com.
We will eventually get this Snapchat and this Instagram and Twitter. We're supposed to do all three of those last week.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Stop lying to people, Steven.
You're not on Twitter or Instagram. You can easily run those accounts. And like I said, I'm still working on getting us on iTunes, so be patient, and we'll get there.
Yeah, when we go to iTunes, man, watch out. You're not going to be able to get close to us. We're going to be like, security.
Do with them what you will. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, hit us up on any of those, and keep following us on Facebook and keep telling the people about us. If you like us, tell people about us. If you don't, make fun of us and tell people about us. So either way, tell people about us.
Yeah, just tell people about us. We just want people to talk about us. We'll figure out how to get you guys to like us later.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. As always, I'm Steven Zebrak. It's Kevin Ma.
It's your boy, Kev Ma.
Peace, love, and
chancletas.